Welcome, everyone. We are live here in Carlsbad, New Mexico. We have not started the pregame show yet, but the Hobbs Eagles getting ready to take on Roswell High, the pre-playoff game. A lot on the line in this game in terms of seeding here at the district tournament coming up this week. The winner of this game between Hobbs and Roswell will be the #1 seed and won't have to play until Saturday, hosting a district tournament championship game. The loser will have to play a semifinal on Thursday at their home site, and then we'll have to go on the road to the other team, whoever that might be, for the championship game. So there's lots on the line. Plus, on the other side of this, too, is the fact that if you win this game, you're the regular season champs and get an automatic ticket punch to the state tournament, so at least a one-round game for state. And that means, too, that you will have to be higher ranked than anybody that might win the district tournament. If you win it, you're good, but if another team out of the district wins this district tournament, that would still mean that you would have a higher seed. Now, it might not be the best seed, but it's going to be higher than the other team. So a couple things that will be an advantage for winning this game, especially, of course, that #1 seed, and cuts your game numbers down just a bit by one. Instead of going to the semifinals, you just head to the championship. Of course, this series is split 1-1 at this point, and we're not going to get into all that information right now, just doing a little sound check here. Hobbs is out there warming up, and also the Roswell Coyotes at midcourt, and they're getting ready to go to their layup lines as well. So this should be a big battle. Both teams at 1-1 against each other, and 5-1 at the top of the standings. Pre-playoff game coming up here. We'll get on the pregame show in about 2 minutes. Listening live to Cool 95.7 on the radio, on the internet, YouTube Hobbs Sports page, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Cool 95.7 Facebook page. Welcome live to Carlsbad, New Mexico. Time for Hobbs Eagle Hoops, live on the radio at Cool 95.7, on the internet, the YouTube Hobbs Sports page, Also, the Cool 95.7 page on the Facebook. And let's not forget about HobbsAmerica.com. Ty Friend here with you tonight as your Hobbs Eagles play in this pre-playoff game against Roswell High. Both teams sitting atop the leaderboard at 5-1 to finish up the regular season. They've each won a game apiece against each other, so that means this is a game to decide the number 1 seed at the district tournament this week. That team will also be the district tournament championship host on Saturday. So that means you would skip the semifinal game and just wait for the championship and at your home court. The loser will play Thursday at their home court and then have to travel for the championship game. So these two teams will be 1 and 2 in district for sure, unless they get knocked off earlier, which could happen for the team that goes to the semifinals. So we'll have to wait and see how that all transpires. The other good thing about winning this game tonight is you have an automatic berth in the state tournament. That means a first-round game. Doesn't mean necessarily that you will have a home game. And also it does mean, too, though, that you have to be seated higher than any other team that might win the district tournament this week on Saturday night. So you could win both. I mean, win this regular season finale and then also win the district tournament, which does help you out. But still, you still have to be ranked higher than that potential team that might come back and get an upset in the tournament this week. The rest of the games going on tomorrow. It'll be Carlsbad hosting Clovis right here for boys action. The winner of that game goes to the Thursday semifinal. Could be Hobbs or Roswell, and then, of course, the championship on Saturday. So lots more basketball in this season. And, of course, again, we mentioned both these teams tied atop the leaderboard. The Hobbs Eagles, in terms of point production in this game, doing some pretty good stuff so far against Roswell. They are averaging 80 points a contest, scored 91 in Game 1, 69 in Game 2 in the loss, 73 in Game 1 for Roswell, and 79. So they're pretty consistent at 76 on the average. Hobbs scored 160 points in the 2 games against Roswell, and the Coyotes at 152. So the Eagles, again, 8 more points than their opponent. And, of course, the first game, the Eagles did go up and blow up Roswell at the Tasker Arena, 91-73. So definitely in the pocket of the Eagles in that game, but then lost by 10, 79-69 in Roswell. And both of those contests, some good things being done by the Eagles. In fact, to that big win at Tasker Arena, 91-73, it was Peyton Hodge, or actually Abraham Payne was the leading scorer with 23. He had 3 trays, a couple of rebounds, did not shoot a free throw in that contest. And it's kind of ironic because in Game 2 in Roswell, Payne didn't shoot any free throws in that one as well. So kind of a situation there. Hopefully gets a chance to get some more freebies from the line. Peyton Hodge was second leading scorer in that first game in Hobbs. He had 21 points, but the bad news about that is he is not on the roster tonight. He's not on the court, not warming up for the Eagles. Don't have the full story on that yet, but he will not play in this game tonight. He was scoreless against Carlsbad on Friday and had a few practices he wasn't at this past week, so not quite sure what the situation is, but hopefully we might find something out. So, again, Pena and Hodge combined for 44 points in that 91-73 victory. Eagles have had some good free throw shooting against Roswell in the 2 games. They were 10 of 12 for 83% in that contest, so only missed 2 free throws in the game, and were able to knock down 6 3-pointers in that victory at home. Hobbs got 14 turnovers in the contest and had 29 rebounds, which was 9 better than the Roswell Coyotes. In that first game of the series, it was Rylan Saraceno dumping in 18 points. He had 4 trays in that contest and was also perfect on the line, 2 for 2. His teammate Jalen Cloud finished with 17 points. He had 3 3-pointers and 4 for 4. That's 2 things you can say about the Roswell Coyotes. They can shoot the tray and they can shoot the free throws. So Hobbs will be ready for that. They had a taste of that in Roswell. Definitely a big difference in terms of free throw shooting. Roswell had 42 free throw attempts in Game 2. Hobbs only had a total of 10 attempts. So 32 differences there in terms of shots at the free throw line. But that was Game 2. So that pretty much gives you the scoring there for Saraceno and Cloud combining for 35 of the Roswell 73 points, almost half of the scoring. They were 15 of 19 from the free throw stripe at 78%, and deadly from the outside. They hit 11 trays in that game compared to the Eagles' 6. Hobbs had a 10-point lead in the first quarter, up by 6 at halftime. Outscored Roswell in Game 1, 33-17 in that third quarter, and then they coasted to that 18-point victory. So a great game for Hobbs to open up there against Roswell on their home court. And they also managed 15 turnovers against the Roswell offense. Second game, different story though, and that was the victory that the 79-69 final that Roswell was able to pick up. We mentioned the free throw situation, definitely in the hands of Roswell in that one, as they had 42 free throw attempts. Definitely a force to be reckoned with on their home court, and they had a lot of big scoring. In fact, the double digits were coming big from that kid that we mentioned in that first game as well, and that guy really knew how to shoot the free throws. In fact, he had over 20 free throws go down for his squad, that Jacob Palomino. He only had single digits in the first game, but ended up with 41 points in game 2. He had 21 free throws put through in his scoring column in that one. So again, 10-point loss for the Eagles on the road in the second game. Definitely one that they'd like to get back. 79-69 was the final. Let me go back and get those points for Roswell in that contest. It was actually 31 for Palomino. And he was almost perfect from the charity stripe, 20 of 21, missed one free throw, and that was one of his last free throws in the fourth quarter. So majority of his points coming at the line in that one. Jeremy Sombrano finished with 20 for Roswell in their victory, and Rylan Saraceno had 18. So 3 in double digits there. They also knocked down 8 3-pointers, so if you combine those two games, that's 19 trays for Roswell. Combined in the two games, they were 34 of 42 from the charity stripe in game 2, hit 80% of those, did have 17 turnovers. And it was kind of reverse of game 1. Roswell was up in the first quarter 19-10, had a 5-point lead at the half, kind of similar to what Hobbs had in the first game. They ended up getting a total of 26 points in that third quarter, 23 for Hobbs, and finished up strong with 21 in the fourth, Hobbs with 19. So getting that 10-point victory in that win for Roswell. Abraham Pena once again, double digits, 26 points, 2 trays. He was perfect, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. It was also Parker Henderson dumping in 12 points and 3 rebounds. And J.Iris Turbiatas had a double-double in that game in Roswell, 11 points and 12 rebounds for the Hobbs Eagles cause. Hobbs only had 6 3-pointers, 2 shy of Roswell in that one. Had 3 less turnovers, 14 versus 17 for the Coyotes. But some good free throw shooting once again in Roswell. 9 of 10 for 90%. Only 1 missed free throw. But again, they shot 32 less attempts than Roswell did in game number 2. So if you take a look at these two teams on paper with the comparison so far, in terms of scoring for the Hobbs Eagles, the leading scorer against Roswell has been Abraham Pena, averaging 24.5 points a game, 23 game 1, 26 game 2, and has had 5 trays against the Roswell Coyotes defense. He is the leading scorer on average so far against the Coyotes. J.Iris Turbiatas averaging 12.5 points a game and 14 rebounds a contest against Roswell. He's perfect on the charity stripe, 3 for 3, so he is averaging a double-double so far against Roswell. Should also go back and say that Abraham Pena perfect on the line against the Coyotes. He is 4 for 4. One other guy in double digits in average, and that's Parker Henderson. He's got 10 points on the average. He scored 8 in game 1, 12 in game 2, but he only has 5 rebounds against Roswell. He was facing foul trouble. He had 1 shy of fouling out in one game and did foul out in the other, so he's been kind of hesitant a little bit, having to deal with some of the smaller guys from Roswell getting underneath him, and that's kind of made him a little bit apprehensive on the boards and trying to not be disqualified on foul counts. So that is a situation maybe he can rectify here on a neutral court. We did mention those couple guys in double digits with Pena and Henderson and Turbiatas. One guy they will not have tonight is Peyton Hodge, as we mentioned. He is averaging 15 against Roswell, 21 in game 1, 9 in game 2. And so that he'll be sorely missed, not on the roster tonight for this ball game. In terms of other statistics to look at on the Roswell side of the coin, they got several guys that have been scoring big for them. In fact, that Palomino kid, he had a 20-point average in the 2 games prior. 7 out of the 9 points in game 1 were from the free throw line. 20 out of the 31 of his points in game 2 were from the free throw line. So in all, 27 out of 40 points from him from the free throw line. That is 67.5% of his scoring from the charity stripe. Eagles have got to stop him from getting that first step, going to the rack with it, and then waiting too long to try to block a shot. That's what got him a lot of opportunities on the free throw stripe. So he's averaging 20 points and 6.5 rebounds a game against the Eagles. The Saraceno kid averaging 18 points a game. He had 18 in both of the contests, and he's 8 of 10 from the charity stripe for 80%, has hit 6 trays so far against the Hobbs Eagles, so definitely can stroke it from the outside. Several of their guys could definitely hit those 3-point shots. Yeah, Sambrano, another guy that's been averaging in double digits, 16.5 against the Eagles, 13 in game 1, 20 in game 2. Perfect on the charity stripe, 3 for 3, and has 6 trays to his name as well. So those are the 3 guys the Eagles got to watch out for very closely. As again, Palomino averaging 20, Saraceno 18, Sambrano 16.5. And we did mention one other guy, Jalen Cloud. He's averaging 11 points a game thanks to his 17 in game 1. On the side of this contest, once again, the team that wins is going to be in the District Tournament Championship Saturday. The loser plays Thursday in the semifinals. We will take a 2-minute break, come back with more of the Hobbs Eagle pregame show live on the radio at Cool 95.7, on the internet with YouTube, also the HobbsAmerica.com and the Cool 95.7 Facebook page. Back live here in Carlsbad, the neutral site, pre-playoff game for the Hobbs Eagles and the Roswell Coyotes. Both teams a little road trip for them. They did have a coin flip to decide whether or not they're playing in Carlsbad or Clovis, and the flip did go for Carlsbad. So a little bit of a shorter drive for Hobbs on this one, just an hour, compared to 2 going up all the way to Clovis. Again, the winner plays in the district championship game on Saturday automatically. The loser will have to go semifinals and then the championship. Currently in the Max Preps poll, the Hobbs Eagles still holding on to the number 2 spot after that big win over Carlsbad on Friday night. So they sit right behind Volcano Vista. And Roswell still holding on to that number 4 spot. They've been there for a few weeks as well. In terms of the head-to-head competition this season, again, the Eagles are 1-1 against Roswell. And, of course, the Coyotes getting their victory at home against the Eagles. Starters tonight for the Roswell Coyotes, Jalen Cloud, Zai Carrasco, Jacob Palomino, Josh Martinez, and Rylan Saraceno. They will be wearing the white uniforms tonight with black numbers. That's pretty much the nondescript look of the Coyotes in this one. Hobbs will be wearing their black uniforms and the gold numbers like they did against Carlsbad on Friday night. They'll be starting Braddock Beatty, Parker Henderson, Lyric Soria, Abraham Pena, and Jairus Turbiantes. In the district season so far, a couple guys have been scoring big for the Eagles. Abraham Pena averaging 23 points against the 6 opponents this season and leads the team with 11 three-pointers. And we're going to the national anthem. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube, Cool 95.7. We just finished the national anthem here at Carlsbad High School, the neutral site for this pre-playoff game. Your Hobbs Eagles taking on the Roswell Coyotes. Right before the break, we were talking about Abraham Pena being the leading scorer in the district for the Hobbs Eagles so far at 23 points a game. Leads in three-pointers with 11 total so far. So hopefully that stroke will continue in this game tonight. Jairus Turbiantes averaging 10.3 against the district foes so far. He is the leading rebounder at 9.3 a ball game. It's also Parker Henderson's 11.2 points a contest during the district contest, and he is averaging 8 rebounds a game, second on the glass for the Eagles. And streak shooter, Mr. Soria, the point guard for the Eagles, Lyric Soria, the sophomore, he is averaging close to 5 points a game at 4.8 and has 7 3-pointers so far against district foes. He is second behind Abraham Pena. And, of course, Braddock Beatty, who's got 4.3 points a contest. He'll be a starting guard tonight. He's got a total of 16 rebounds, or correction, 2.7 rebounds a game for the Hobbs Eagle cause. So that pretty much gives you kind of a look at some of the district leaders so far, at least on the Hobbs Eagles squad. If you go back to the matchup with Roswell so far this season, both teams have been pretty close in terms of turnovers. Hobbs with 28 in the 2 games and Roswell at 29. So just one shy of Roswell at this point, so pretty even there. The 3-point shots have been in the favor of Roswell. They've hit 19. Hobbs has hit 12, so they're 7 short of Roswell. On the free throws, both teams shooting pretty well. Hobbs at 19 of 22 against the Coyotes for 86%, and Roswell 49 of 61 for 80%. So Hobbs shooting better percentage-wise, but they've shot 39 less free throws than Roswell. I can't even believe looking at that on paper, but that is the truth. In terms of 3-point shooting percentages, the Roswell Coyotes, in terms of what they've been hitting, they've hit 37.5% of their scoring has been from free throws. Hobbs at only 22.5% of their scoring. So a little bit of a difference there. Roswell does like to shoot it from the outside. We did mention they had that 11 3-point total against the Eagles in one game and 8 in the second game. So they do like to shoot that from the outside, but they also have guys that can head to the hoop as well. These teams do have some common opponents this season. Both have played number 1 Volcano Vista. Hobbs only losing by 7, and Roswell getting beat badly by 26. Against number 7th ranked Cleveland, Hobbs split with them, winning by 5 and then losing by 9. Roswell lost by 15 to the Storm. Against Rio Rancho, big win for the Eagles, 20-point victory. Roswell won by just 3. The real difference was Las Cruces. Hobbs trouncing Las Cruces by 39 and then again by 30 points. Roswell lost to Las Cruces 48-21. That was actually 11-point loss to Las Cruces High. So again, 2 big wins for Hobbs and 1 big loss for Roswell. Against Centennial ranked 19th, Hobbs winning by a total of 22 points. Roswell won by 23, so that's pretty much a wash there. And against number 20 Mayfield, Eagles win by 32. Roswell won by 20. So kind of giving you a taste of the common opponents with these 2 teams. Definitely an advantage for the Hobbs Eagles on paper. But once again tonight, we did mention 1 player down. Peyton Hodge not on the bench tonight. Will not be a starter. Of course, he did play against Carlsbad this past Friday night. Did not score in that ball game, but he'll be some big shoes to fill for the Hobbs Eagles. Of course, Hobbs got the win 65-47 against Carlsbad on Friday. As a 22 coming in for Abraham Pena, a couple of trays. Jairus Turbiantes, 19 points and 5 rebounds. It seems when he gets his big scoring is when his rebounds drop off a bit. Sometimes he's double digits on the boards and then just singles on the scoring. Get both of those 2 together, you got a volcano erupting there. Parker Henderson did have a double-double for Hobbs in that win over Carlsbad. 11 points and 16 rebounds. He also was 3 for 4 for the charity stripe. Good combined game for Mr. Henderson, our 7-footer. As we get ready for the tip-off, it'll be Parker going up against a very much shorter player, Josh Martinez, who sits at 6'1". Of course, Henderson at 7 foot. As we get ready for the action here, the tip into the backcourt where it's always been this season, back to Abraham Pena. We are underway here in Carlsbad. Dribbling to the front court, takes on Cloud, unloads to the left wing to Beatty in front of the Roswell bench. Down to Henderson, left baseline, back to Beatty. Fadeaway jumper for the free throw line and nails it. Quick work for the Eagles in the paint. As Hobbs up 2-0 early. The inbound to the far left sideline for the Coyotes to Rylan Saraceno. Cross court right to the front court to Palomino. Pivots and puts it up top to Carrasco. Kick it to the right side to Cloud. Cloud will back it up to the timeline, guarded closely by Soria. Unloads to the right wing. Stop and go dribble for Palomino to the corner. Sends it to the right elbow to Carrasco. Pivots. Kick up top to Cloud. Drives the left side of the lane. Pivots. Looking for help on the 360 and decides to loop it back to the free throw line. Runner shot down the lane for Carrasco. He hits it off the rim, bounces off his shoulder, out of bounds. It'll go to the Hobbs Eagles, leading 2-0 early. Hobbs coming in with a 22-4 record. Overall, 5-1 in the district. Roswell at 21-5, one shy, and 5-1 in district, tied at the top of the leaderboard. That's the reason for the pre-playoff game. Into the front court, Soria right wing. Down low to Henderson, right block. Scoop shot underneath the hoop from right to left. Misses on the bottom of the rim. Pulled down for Roswell by Palomino. Quickly into the front court. Kick it up top to Carrasco. Send it to the right wing to Cloud. Fakes a three. Spin move. Baseline right side. Lost the ball. Bumped out by Pena. Picked up by Beatty on the near left sideline. That'll be Roswell's first turnover. Down to the right corner, Soria. He gets his shot swatted. Rebound, Turbiatis right block. A fadeaway spin on the right block and scores. Big side right for Turbiatis. It's 4-4. His first rebound, too. Or 4-0, I should say. Couple quick passes. Going backdoor from right to left down the lane. Saraceno to Martinez, who gets rejected by big man Henderson. Sends it to the baseline on the block on the leather. It will be basketball for Roswell. Left corner to the inbound. Gives it in to Martinez. Back behind on the left wing to Cloud. Kick it down to the left corner to Saraceno. Fade shot from the left elbow off the dribble, no good. Rebound for Pena on the right block. That's his first board of the ball game. Into the front court. Pass down to Soria on the right wing. Almost a steal in the passing lane that time. Palomino booted it out. Almost had a pickoff there. Eagles dodging a bullet on the turnover, and it'll be their ball in the front court. Soria on the far right sideline. He throws a high one into the paint, down to the left block. Henderson spins it, goes up strong with the left hand. It's towering over Martinez and scores off the glass. Big time, Henderson dominating Martinez at 6'1". Eagles up quick, 6-0 here in the first quarter over Roswell. We will take a 30-second break and come back live on the Hobbs Eagle Network. Welcome back to Carlsbad Gym, the neutral site for the pre-playoff game. Your Hobbs Eagles up big early, 6-0 over Roswell, who's ranked 4th in the Max Preps Bowl. Hobbs at number 2. Teams are split this season, one game apiece. This is the rubber match and probably another meeting in the district tournament. Inbound to Cloud, throws it across the timeline, far left to Carrasco. Down to the right corner, Saraceno, fadeaway three, an air ball, and it's tipped out underneath the hoop. Falling forward as Carrasco couldn't get his balance and hit the deck. And that'll be Hobbs' ball once again. And Roswell getting a lot of 1-and-outs now. And we've just been informed, too, that Peyton Hodge will no longer play with the Hobbs Eagles this season, so he will not be in this ball game. To Turbiatis on the left wing. Backs it out up top to Henderson. Dribbles right with a handoff to Soria. Cross-court left to Pena. It's a short throw taken away by Cloud. He goes to the rack with a scoop shot, misses, but put back up on the left side block. And scoring was Jalen Cloud, his first bucket of the ball game. It's 6-2. Long ball down to Henderson, a hook shot on the right baseline as he puts it through the hole. And then he kind of flexes after that for the big kid. His first bucket, 8-2. At the other end, to the right wing is Palomino. Drives the right block. Bounces it back to the right wing to Cloud. Sends it back to Palomino. Fires it three, right corner, wide open off the back of the rim, though. Tipped by Roswell to the left corner. Picked up by Saraceno. Slings it back up top to reset to Martinez. He goes hard to the right side of the rim. Stutter step, throws up a hook shot. Air ball as Henderson tried to block it. Rebound by Pena for the Eagles. He sends it ahead to the left block. Turbiatis fade away off the side of the rim left and pulled down for Roswell by Palomino. He'll slow it down as he hands it off to Saraceno in the backcourt. 5 minutes left first quarter. Your Eagles by 6. Stop and go dribble right wing for Saraceno. Sliding top of the arc. Back to the right. Hands it off to Martinez. Drives the lane. Reverse layup. Rejected by Henderson. Pulled down by Pena. His third rebound. Sends it ahead. Deflected pass. Gets it back. Scoop shot on the right glass. No good. Rebound Turbiatis on the fade on the left block. He gets a rebound in the foul as it comes off the back of the rim. So Turbiatis with his second rebound. Pena was off to the races that time. Tried to throw it down the lane first. It rejected back to him. Picked it up with the scoop. But a nice cleanup by Turbiatis. He'll get 2 free throws here. They call the foul against Rylan Saraceno. His first team foul against the Coyotes. As we get ready for the first free throws of the ball game. Turbiatis in the season right now at 53%. And bouncing around the rim and finally stays in. That's his third point of the ball game, the leading scorer so far against Roswell High at this point in the 2 previous games. Turbiatis was 3 for 3 for the charity stripe. And in the district, he is 5 of 7 for 71%. Misses the second one off the left rim as I was babbling way too much. And the rebound pulled down by Roswell's Palomino, his third. So Turbiatis went 1 of 2 from the line, has 3 points. 9-2 though. Eagles' biggest lead is 7. Bounce pass in the front court to the right wing to Saraceno. Drives the lane, goes back door to the right. Leaning to the hoop is Carrasco off the right glass. Point blank range. His first bucket. 3 scores for both teams so far. Hobbs up 9-4. 4:19 left here in the first. Slowing it down is Pena in the front court. Posting up Turbiatis on the left wing. Hand off to Pena. Fakes a 3 on the left side in front of the Roswell bench. He'll back it out against Carrasco. Cross court right to Beatty on the right side. Backs out to the far sideline. Dribbles up top. Backs into his defender Carrasco. To the right corner, Hernandez drives the right baseline. Double clutch, throws it, and gets rejected to the baseline. Nice block on the ball there by Rylan Saraceno. Went straight up on top of Hernandez and rejected that ball. Eagles will have it on the right baseline underneath their hoop, leading by 5. The inbound getting ready to come in here. Eagles trying to rotate, throw it back deep to Hernandez from Soria. Give it to Beatty on the right wing, dribbles up top. NBA 3 off the front of the rim. Chased down on the far left by Cloud, his second board. Gives it back deep to Carrasco. He'll bring it across for the Coyotes. Top of the arc against Hernandez. Crossover move. Unloads the right corner to Saraceno. Hits 3 off the rim. They can't get one to drop. Pulled down to the right wing. Throwing a wicked hip was Palomino, his 4th rebound. Sends it left, gets it back from Cloud. No look pass to the left corner to Sombrano. Fires a 3 and swishes it. Sombrano finally puts one through on the 3-point shots for Roswell. The score is now 9-7 as Roswell trying to claw their way back into this contest. They came into the game on 3-point shots with 19 against the Eagles. Pass up top to Turbiatis. He went down to the hole and lays it over the front of the rim. Nice little finger roll for Turbiatis, leading the Eagles with 5. 11-7. The Eagles by 4. Into the front court comes Cloud. Puts on the brakes near right side. Double team. Slings it over to the left wing to Sombrano. Sombrano just hit that tray moments ago. Bounce pass to the time stripe. To Palomino. To the right wing to Cloud. Drives the lane. Double clutch on the right side glass. Rejected by Hernandez, but they call the foul. Kind of came down on him as he blocked a shot clean at the top, but then came down on the arm. So that'll go against Hernandez, his first team foul against the Eagles, and that will put on the line Jalen Cloud. In this series so far, Cloud shooting 9 of 12 from the charity stripe against the Eagles for 75%. Roswell came into this contest against Hobbs at 80% as a team, 86 for the Eagles. They had shot 61 free throw attempts. Hobbs only 22 in the 2 previous games. That's a total of 39 difference there of just free throw attempts alone. First shot is missed off the front by Cloud. He'll get one more. Roswell now 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. 11-7. Hobbs by 4, pinning this free throw. Deep knee bends there. The shot is up and swish for Cloud. He's got 3 total. 11-8. And we got a substitution for the shooter checking in. Is Isaac Gonzalez seeing his first action. Saraceno takes a seat. Actually, it wasn't the shooter. It was another player out there for Roswell. Soria's going to bring it across the timeline after the inbound with 2:40 left in the first. Eagles by 3. Comes off across against Gonzalez. Bounce pass to Pena on the right wing. He's pivoting, looking for help. Screen coming from Henderson. Headbutt at the top of the arc. Goes to the left baseline to Clay. Sends it up top to Turbiatis. Fakes a 3. Hand off to Soria on the right wing. Eagles a little bit tentative on the offense. Back to Turbiatis with a little windmill layup on the left side. Scooping off the glass for 2. Turbiatis on fire. He's got 7. Leading the Eagles 13-8. Hobbs by 5. Into the front corner, bounce pass, far left to Carrasco. Up top to Palomino. Swing it to the right side to Cloud in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench. Coach Ross playing some D on the sideline. A strip by Clay, but picked back up by Cloud. He drives him into the lane. He tries to go for the double clutch, but here comes Hernandez, or make that Henderson and Clay trying to double on him. They call the push foul. Looks like they got Clay on that one. And that'll be the first on Josiah Clay, second against the Eagles. And on the line again is Cloud. Cloud is 1 for 2, the only guy been on the line so far for Roswell with 2:02 left first quarter. Eagles still holding on to a 5-point lead. First shot is up, and it is good. Cloud now with 4 points. He's averaging 11 points against the Eagles. He's had a lot of free throws, too. 12 total in the 2 games so far. 13-9 as Pena is looking over to Coach Ross right now, getting some discussion about possible break-in of the press that we might see from Roswell here in just a second. Payne going to talk to Clay at half court now. Cloud taking a lot of time on that free throw stripe. Got to feel that the 10 seconds almost expired here. Second shot at the back of the rim, but tip back up and in on the left side of the iron. Put through by Carrasco. 4 points and a rebound for him now. Eagles were caught flat-footed underneath the hoop. They're up by 2, though. McGahey just checked in, throws it to the half court. It's taken away in midair by Palomino. Turner number 2. He's going to go to the rack and lay it in for 2 for Roswell. His first bucket. 13 all. Long pass down to Henderson, fumbles it on the right block. It's picked up for Roswell by Isaac Gonzalez. Eagles starting to fall apart late in the first. He comes down the right wing and unloads to Palomino. Up top to Carrasco. Send it to the left side. Over to the other guard. Zambrano kicks it back up top to Palomino. Driving to left elbow. Hippity hop to the left block. Fakes a shot. Dumps it over to the right wing to Carrasco. Drives baseline. Stripped by McGahey and picked away by Henderson for the Eagles. Roswell's second turnover. In the hands of Clay now with 1:08 left. First quarter, we're tied at 13. Slowing it down is Clay across the time stripe, waiting for a screen from Turbiates on the left. He gets double teamed, gives it back to Turbiates. Drives the lane, reverse on the left side, double clutch and count it. They're going to call the block foul. Throwing a hip at him was Carrasco. Good extension by Turbiates on the left side of the rim to put it through, and a chance for a 3-point play. So that'll put Turbiates now with 9 points, almost double digits. We were talking about that. When his points go to doubles, it seems sometimes his rebounds go to singles. But this game, he wants to make sure that his squad has got as much offensive production as they could get. They called the foul on Trey Barola, coach's son. He's been in for a few minutes. First on him, second on Roswell. And Turbiates on the line. He's 1 of 2. His shot is up and a swish. He's got 10 points already. 16-13. Eagles pull up by 3. 55 left here in the first. Slowing it down now is Jalen Cloud. He'll take on Clay across the timeline. The 2 CLs. Stop and go with a screen from Barola to the left wing. Back to Barola. He'll fire a 3 top of the arc, an air ball. Boy, he shot putted that one. No follow through whatsoever. It sails out to the baseline. Hobbs Eagle fans yelling air ball after that one. Soria to inbound to Clay by himself in the backcourt. Returns to Soria, the sophomore. He'll come across the timeline against Zambrano. Unloads left wing to Beatty. Underhands it back up top to Soria. To the right wing, handoff to Clay. Top of the circle. Gives it to Beatty up there. And then back to Clay on the give-on round. Finds Turbiates top of the arc. Lost the ball and juggled it. Returns to Soria. Up top to Clay. He'll spot up a 3. The defender stepped off of him. Hits off the back of the rim on the tray. No good. Rebound. Cloud is third on the left side. Cross court right to Zambrano with 15. Crossover move into the front court, top of the arc. No look pass to the right wing to Saraceno. Returns it back deep to Zambrano. Crossover move. He's taking on Soria down the lane to the free throw line. Slips it back over the right corner to Barola. Back to the right wing to Gonzalez. Lost the ball in the paint, picked up and shot put it at the buzzer right outside the left side of the block. And just trying to desperation get it off the glass, but it's no good for Palomino. Your Hobbs Eagles lead 16-13 at the end of 1. The pre-playoff game in Carlsbad, Hobbs and Roswell, back in 60 seconds. We are live here for the pre-playoff game in the district. Hobbs versus Roswell. The Eagles up 16-13. For Roswell, their top scorers Cloud with 4, 2 for 4 from the line, 3 for Zambrano off a tray, and a bucket apiece for Carrasco, Palomino, and Martinez. That's 5 scores in the first quarter. Hobbs has 10 from Turbiates, 2 apiece from Beatty and Henderson. Hobbs with 5 rebounds, and Roswell with 10. So they're doubling up the Eagles. Coming down the lane is Cloud for Roswell to the right baseline. Slings it over to the left corner to Barola. Fires a three. Air ball, his second in a row. Pulled down easily underneath the hoop by Turbiatis, his third rebound. Outlet back to Pena. Stop and go. Crossover move through his legs as he takes on Gonzalez in the front court. Hobbs by three. A spin move. Over to Beatty on the left wing in front of Roswell. Drives the baseline. Double clutch shot, and they're going to call an extra step for the travel on Beatty. Third turnover for the Eagles. There's been two for Roswell. Hobbs is 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Roswell 2 for 4. Eagles' biggest lead has been 7 in that first quarter of action. Now in the second, 16-13. Full court pressure trap. Inbound to the far left sideline to Cloud. Cross court right. In the front court, Gonzalez. Sends it down left corner. Three on the way for Saraceno. Another air ball. Rebound on the right block by Gonzalez. He'll kick it back left corner. A three again for Saraceno. Misses again. Diving on the free throw line to pick it up for the Eagles, Soria. So Lyric Soria gets his first rebound. Throws it across the timeline to Pena. Drives left block. Turns and fires off the glass. Hits the rim, no good. Tipped up by Henderson. Can't get the drop. Again off the right glass. Misses it 2 times for the Eagles. Can't get it to drop. So things are going wrong for Henderson underneath the paint there. And going to the other end, a pass down low to McLeod. He gets fouled going up on the left block. Henderson might have thrown a hip into him that time. We'll have to wait and see if they got the foul on him. So Hobbs are point-blank range on several rebounds, just can't get it to go in the cylinder. And that'll put Cloud on the line. They call the foul on Braddock Beatty, his first team foul here in the second quarter. Cloud's been on the line most for Roswell. He is 2 for 4. Nobody else has shot a free throw yet. Roswell shooting on the free throw line so far in the series. They are at 80%, and the free throw good for Cloud. He's got 5 points, leading the Coyotes. They have 5 scorers so far. The Eagles with 3, but 10 for J. Iris Turbiatis. Looks like Coach Barolo will bring in a sub here momentarily. It'll be Laj Cheadle. Second shot going up and good. A swish for Cloud. He's got 6. And that's Cheadle's turn to come in. He's a big broad body guy as he checks in for Isaac Gonzalez. Eagles stick with Pena, Henderson, Turbiatis, Beatty, and now Soria bringing it across the timeline against Zambrano. Into the front court, gives it off to Beatty left wing in front of the Roswell bench, goes hard with his left hand, scoop shot to the rack and scores. What a quick first step. Cloud of dust for Braddock Beatty. He's got 4 points. 18-15 Eagles. Quickly though in the front court, Roswell, right wing Zambrano. He's going to pull out the brakes and dribble up top, gets a screen from Cheadle. Gives it up top to Cheadle, fakes a 3 against Henderson. Drives right rack, leads and shoots to the hoop, and Henderson comes down on top of him hard. They call the foul. So Henderson will pick up the foul. And the second against the Eagles. And that's going to put another guy on the line, Cheadle. He's yet to shoot in this ball game. Cheadle 0 for 1 in game 1 against the Eagles. Nothing else since then. First shot is up and switch for Cheadle. That'll be his first point of the ball game. So that's Henderson's first foul, by the way, and 2 total for the Eagles. They had 2 in the first quarter. Very quick moving first quarter. Cheadle's second free throw, kind of a fadeaway, but puts it through the net. He's got 2 now. 18-17, 1-point Eagle lead. Here comes Soria now with the basketball. Into the front court. Gives it off left wing to Beatty. Beatty dumps a left elbow to Turbiatis with a pivot. Triple team against him. Returns to Beatty on the left wing. Screen from Turbiatis. Lost the ball. Picked up by Beatty. Back to Turbiatis left corner. He'll back it out. 15-footer. Swish right through the threads. Turbiatis, great follow through. He's got 12 points. And Coach Ross wants a timeout. You can expect to see a little bit of pressure coming here momentarily. Your Hobbs Eagles 20, Roswell 17. We're back at 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network. Your Hobbs Eagles lead Roswell 20-17 in this pre-playoff game in the neutral site Carlsbad. Although Hobbs up by 3, they are being out-rebounded 12-9 right now. Hobbs just can't get the ball in the hole on the tips. That's been causing an issue, but still battling hard. And right now, J.Iris Turbiatas leading the Eagles with 12 points, 4 for Beatty, 2 for Henderson. The leader for Roswell is Cloud with 6, and 3 for Jeremy Sombrano off a tray. Into the front court comes Cloud after the Roswell offense gets moving to the left elbow to Carrasco. Leans and shoots. Rejected by Turbiatas. Rebound for Pena. That's his fourth. Into the front court. Down to Beatty of the spin move. 360 on the left block. He got shoved from the side. Ball came off the iron. They call the foul as they'll charge that one to Jeremy Sombrano. His first team foul against Roswell here in the second quarter. So Braddock Beatty will get an opportunity for his first free throw shot. He has not shot against Roswell this season in 2 games in the district. Beatty currently 2 for 4 for 50%. Nails the first one there. And for the season from the charity stripe at 66%. He's got 5 points now, second leading scorer for Hobbs. Second shot is up and good. He got them both. 6 points now for Braddock Beatty, and Hobbs up by 5. Their biggest lead was 7 in the first quarter, 22-17. 5:40 left in the second. In the front court, Cloud sails it over to Carrasco, right wing. Touch pass, right corner, Saraceno. Fakes a 3. Returns it to Carrasco. 3 on the way. And swishes it. Defense backed away from him. That's his 5th point of the game. And the second tray for Roswell in the first half. 22-20. Hobbs still by 2. Up top to Soria after a pass from Pena. Bounce pass to Turbiatas on the right wing. Guarded closely by Carrasco. He'll hold on to it. Over to Beatty, right wing. His pass deflected. Trying to get it down low to Henderson. But good D in the passing lane to knock it out to the baseline. As getting a piece of it was Rylan Saraceno. Kind of read the play there and to watch the eyes of Beatty on that one. Hobbs basketball on the left baseline for the inbound. Inbound to Beatty, right corner. Gives it back to Soria. Fakes a 3. And they're going to say he shuffled his feet before passing it over to Beatty. Started the dribble and then just shuffled. And that'll be the Eagles' 4 turnovers. Been 2 for Roswell so far. Returning for Roswell is Jacob Palomino, who's got 5 boards right now, leading Roswell. Leading rebounder for the Eagles is Pena with 4. Turbiatas with 3. Inbound to Sombrano in the backcourt. Down by 2 to the Eagles. 5:10 left second quarter. Coming across the timeline. Eagles going to go with the 2-3 zone. Give it off left wing to Carrasco. Dump it left block. Leaning to the hoop is Palomino. Misses out the back of the rim. Turbiatas with his 4th rebound. Coach Barolo wants a foul. Not going to get it. Does it ahead to Pena, left corner. Double team against him. Picks the ball up. Does it up top to Soria. They call another travel. Pena had a couple of guys on top of him. Thought he was still dribbling the basketball, but they're going to say he had possession and then moved the feet. So they call the 5th turnover on the Eagles, and that's going to bring back for Hobbs on the court Javen Hernandez for Henderson. 22-20, Hobbs by 2, 4:50 left second. Dribbling across is Sombrano. Give it off left wing to Carrasco. Dump it in the free throw. It's deflected. Taken away by Turbiatas. Turnover number 3. He wants to go to left rack. What a sky-high finger roll for Mr. Turbiatas on the left glass. He's got 14. 24-20. Long ball to the other end. Stolen by Turbiatas again on the baseline. 4 turnovers for Roswell. Up ahead to Pena. He's going to spot up a 3 on the left wing. Nothing but net. You knew he's going to stroke that one through. Beautiful follow-through for Pena. The Eagles' first tray of the ball game. 27-20, matching their biggest lead in the first half for the Eagles. 4:15 left in the second. Pass to the right wing to Sombrano. In front of the Hobbs Eagle bench. Scoop pass to the free throw line to Carrasco. Kick it left. Over to Palomino. Cross court right to Saraceno. His 3 is out and in, or in and out, and rebound underneath by Hernandez. His first board. Up ahead to Pena. He's going to slow it up top of the arc on the defensive Carrasco. Screen left from Turbiatas. He'll back it out in front of the Roswell bench on the left wing. He's going to put up another 3. In and out this time. Barely popped out at the last second. Rebound on the left block by Cheadle. His first board. To the timeline with the pass to Palomino. Fell to the floor. Stolen by Beatty. Turner number 5. Backdoor to Pena. Double clutch hot the glass. No good. Beatty chases it down on the right baseline, though, for the Eagles. Gets picked up in the right corner. To the free throw to Turbiatas. Turns it, goes to the rack. Reverse layup on the left side and scores. 16 for J.Iris Turbiatas. Eagles' biggest lead is 9. 29-20. 3:20 left second quarter. Into the front court, dribbling behind his back. Right wing is Sombrano. Gets up top. Give to Cheadle, right side. He drives the lane. He kind of tucked that ball in the cradle. Ran right into Turbiatas and Soria, and they call the foul on the Eagles. That'll be Hobbs' 3rd team foul. Wait to see which guy they tackle with this one. Well, he just tucked that ball, went through like a fullback that time. They call the foul on Lyric Soria, his first. And it will be Roswell basketball on the right baseline underneath their hoop. On the court now on the sub. Josh Martinez checking in for Lodge Cheadle. And inbounding on the right base is Palomino. Gets it in on the right side of Cloud. Going hard against Beatty with the left hand. Reverse layup. Misses off the front of the rim on the finger roll. Rebound on the right wing by Sombrano. Take it on Turbiatis. Crossover move. Goes to the right block. Double team. Bounce pass back door. Laying it up high and scoring off the glass. Left side of the rim was Martinez. He got bumped as well in the foul. Martinez with 4 points. Kind of sucked the Eagles up towards the middle of the paint. And the guy going back door was Martinez. And they're going to call that foul. I believe that's going against Beatty. That'll be his second, 14th foul. And a chance for a three-point play for Martinez. Shot is up, and it's good. He's got 5. They've only missed 2 free throws, 7 for 9 so far for Roswell. 29-23, Eagles by 6. We got a 2-3 trap pressure at half court. Pass down to Soria on the right wing. And the defender got a piece of it and stepped on the sideline. Palomino almost a steal there, but luckily that foot came down on the blue line there for Carlsbad's gym. Eagle basketball. Far right sideline in the front court. Just outside the three-point mark will be Soria to inbound with a 6-point lead and 2:52 remaining here in the second. Soria gets it, bounces it back to Payne at the time stripe, far right. Near the half-court line, he's going to slide, give it over to Turbiatis to the right wing, hand it back to Pena, double team, underhands to Soria, right corner, 3-shot is airballed, underneath the hoop for the rebound, Saraceno. Throws it ahead to Cloud on the right wing, fadeaway 3 off the back of the rim, long rebound for Beatty in transition, 3-on-2, goes back door to Turbiatis, who takes it to the rack like a man and lays it in. He's got 8 here in the second, 18 overall to lead both teams, 31-23, your Eagles by 8, 2:20 remaining in the second. Slowing it down now is Jalen Cloud. Stop and go. Crossover against Pena. Slings it over to the right wing to Palomino. Gets a screen up top from Saraceno. Drives the left lane on the cradle. Stripped by Pena. They caught a whistle on that one. We thought they were going to get the reach foul, but it's a travel instead. Pena kind of smiling. He's getting ready to protest, but he'll take that call. That'll be Roswell's 6th turnover. Hobbs has 5 as Roswell starting to unravel a bit late here in the second. 2:05 left before the half. Your Eagles by 8. Payne in the front court. Up top to Beatty. Flicks it back to Payne on the right wing. Crossover move. He'll back it out against the defense of Martinez. Stop and go. Gets a screen from Turbiatis to the right corner. Kicks it back to Turbiatis, top of the arc. Over to left side to Beatty in front of the Roswell bench. Drives the free throw line. Back door to Hernandez. Fade away from the right block. Misses off the front of the rim. Pulled down underneath the hoop by Palomino, his 6th board. Goes it ahead to the right wing to Sombrano. Back door to Cloud with a high-arching layup over the right rim and scores. Cloud now with 8. 31-25. Eagles by 6. Now in the front court, Pena, double team. His pass is deflected on the far right wing. Saved at the half-court line by Sombrano for the Eagles' 6th turnover. To the right block, to Martinez. Tries to go to the rack. He runs over the Eagle defender, Pena. And I think we got a charge here. Good setup there by Pena, waiting at that block underneath the hoop and got ran over steamroller style. That'll be the foul against Roswell, their 2nd. Also be their 7th turnover. Now waiting to see who they got that. I believe that foul is going against Josh Martinez, his 1st. 31-25, Eagles by 6 with 1:15 remaining in the half. Beatty getting double teamed. He throws it across to Turbiatis left corner. Fakes a 3. Gives it back behind to Soria left side. His fadeaway 3 out the back of the rim. Henderson goes back up with that little scoop over the front of the iron and scores off the rebound. He's got 4 points and 3 boards. Eagles back up by 8. 58 seconds left in the half. Cloud's 3 on the left side goes through barely over the rim and drops in his first tray. He's got 11 and the 3rd tray from the Roswell Coyotes. Hobbs by 5. 48 seconds left in the half. Driving the lane, Pena. Windmill layup off the front of the rim, no good. We got a late whistle by the far right official. Boy, the Roswell fans are losing it now. That whistle took a long time after that shot came off the rim. I guess maybe he got up in it is why they called it that. So Pena will get free throws. They call the foul on Martinez. That's his 2nd, 3rd team foul. And that'll be free throws for Pena. First shot is up and bounced around the rim and good. Pena with 4 points, all in the 2nd quarter. Eagles are now 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Pena against Roswell at 4 for 4, 100%, and he makes another one there. So Pena now perfect, 2 for 2 on the line. He's got 5. 35-28, quickly in the front court. Driving to right wing, Martinez in the paint. Hook shot from the left block. Air ball, put down by Henderson for the Eagles, his fourth board. Outlet to Pena on the near left side. At the half-court stripe. Stop and go. 30 seconds, top of the arc. Crossing through his legs to the left wing. Flicks it over to Turbiates on the right wing. He throws an elbow in the face of Saraceno. Ref doesn't call it. Pass up top to Pena. Over to Beatty, right corner. Rainbow three. It's nothing but net. Braddock Beatty nails it. He's got 9. Second tray for the Eagles, who are up by 10. Their biggest lead of the first half. In the backcourt, slowing it down is Cloud with 5 seconds. Into the front court against Soria. Screen up top for Martinez. Fires an NBA 3. Air ball at the buzzer. They call the foul. Looked like Soria tried to block the shot. It might have fallen into the shooter that time. If that's who they called on, yes it is. It'll go against Soria. So that'll be his second, 15th foul. Double bonus won't matter. It was a shooting shot anyway, so 3 shots going to be attempted by Cloud. He is 4 for 6 from the charity stripe. They're starting to bring players back on the court. That had to have been expired clock. They're putting .2 back up there. Not sure where they were able to catch that in freeze frame, but .2 up there. Really all you can get is a tip, so they got to be careful. Eagles got to get a butt on somebody. Don't let Roswell miss it off the rim and put it through for a bucket. So there should be 3 shots here for Cloud. First one is up off the back of the rim, no good. He's got 11 points, though, to lead Roswell. He's 4 for 7 from the charity stripe. Martinez 1 for 1, and Cheadle 2 for 2 for Roswell. Eagles have had 3 free throw shooters so far. Second shot for Cloud is off the front of the rim, no good again. 0 for 2 right now for Cloud. For the Eagles, Beatty 2 for 2, Pena 2 for 2, and Turbiates 2 for 3 on the line. One more shot for Cloud. He's 0 for 2 at this point, and a 10-point Eagle lead with .2 remaining. Third shot is a swish. 12 points for Cloud. Eagles going to throw a 3-corner shot. The buzzer that hits the front of the rim. Ooh, that almost dropped for the Eagles. Big-time shot for Turbiates. Could not get it to drop, but your Eagles have a 9-point lead. 38-29 over Roswell. The pre-playoff game, winner goes to the district tournament championship. Do not pass go. We will be back in 3 minutes live on the Hobbs Eagle Network here at halftime. Welcome back to halftime here in Carlsbad, the neutral site for the pre-playoff game, as your Hobbs Eagles lead over Roswell 38-29. Boy, exciting game so far. Hobbs led 16-13 at the end of one and had a total of 22 points in the second quarter compared to 16 for Roswell. Again, a 9-point lead at the half. For the Roswell Coyotes, they have one in double digits so far. That's Jalen Cloud. He's got 12 points, also a tray to his name, and 6 of 9 from the charity stripe with 3 rebounds. Cy Carrasco with 5 points. He hit a tray, had 1 rebound. Also, Josh Martinez hit 5, went 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. It was Jeremy Sombrano hitting a tray for 3. Raj Cheadle went 2 for 2 from the line for 2, and a bucket for Jacob Palomino, finishing with 2 and 6 rebounds. Palomino is the leading rebounder with 6. They have a total so far of 16 boards, the same as the Hobbs Eagles at this point. Roswell has had 7 turnovers, most of those coming in the second quarter, and are 8 of 12 for 66% from the charity stripe. Roswell has hit 3 3-pointers in the first half. The Eagles have hit 2. And for your Coyotes, leading scorer, Jairus Turbiatis with 18 points. He's got 4 boards, also went 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. He had 10 points in the first quarter and 8 in the second quarter. So he's leading both teams in scoring at this point, and those 4 boards to go along with it. Braddock Beatty half behind him right now with 9 points. 7 of those coming in the second quarter. He hit a tray and also had 2 for 2 free throw shooting. So good game for Beatty so far. Parker Henderson with 4 points. A bucket in each quarter and had 4 rebounds. And then it was Abraham Pena with 5, and all 5 of his points in the second quarter, including a tray and 2 for 2 free throw shooting. The Hobbs Eagles so far have 16 rebounds, the same amount as Roswell. And they have a bunch of guys kind of tied at that top spot right now. Parker Henderson, Abraham Pena, and Jairus Turbiatis, all with 4 apiece. In terms of free throw shooting, the Eagles are 6 of 8 so far in the free throw category at this point in time. They've had 2 3-pointers converted, 1 for Pena and 1 for Beatty. And the turnover sitting at 6, 1 less than Roswell. Actually, go back on the free throws just a second. 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. I jumped the gun on that one just a bit. Your score at halftime, Hobbs 38, Roswell 29. The rubber match going on here. Both teams have won 1 game this season against each other, both at home. We'll be back on the neutral site in 2 minutes, live on the Hobbs Eagle Network. We're back here at halftime in Carlsbad, the neutral site for the pre-playoff game of District, Hobbs and Roswell High. Of course, these two teams have played before, as the Hobbs Eagles winning game 1 at Tasker 91-73, an 18-point victory. Roswell winning game 2 in Roswell 79-69, winning by 10. Now, in years past, a couple years way back, They sometimes went with point differential, which in this case, Hobbs would have the advantage there with 18 more points than Roswell did this regular season. But now the last few seasons, they have gone with the pre-playoff game of any team's tie for the regular season crown, which both teams did at 5-1, beat each other once. So that's why we're playing this game tonight. In case you don't know the scenario, the winner of this game will play the championship of the district tournament on Saturday. We'll host that game. The loser of tonight's game will play in the semifinals on their home court, either against Clovis or Carlsbad. Now, Carlsbad will host their first-round game tomorrow here at this Carlsbad gym. Also going on tonight, lots of other Lee County teams have opened up their district tournaments. It's Tatum girls are hosting Texaco. That is actually a pre-playoff game. Those two teams tied for first in their district, so that should be a major battle going on at the same time on HobbsAmerica.com if you want to check that out as well. The Eunice boys are hosting Tatum as we speak. A start at 6 o'clock as well. And the Tatum boys are at Eunice, so Eunice hosting that game. That was also a 6 o'clock start. So most of those games should be around halftime. Tomorrow, a full slate of district tournament matchups. The Lovington girls and boys will be at home. They've got a doubleheader against Artesia and Goddard. That game will be starting, first game of that series will start at 5 o'clock tomorrow in Lovington. The Eunice girls will be hosting Loving tomorrow. That will have a tip-off at 6 o'clock. And the Jow girls are home against Hagerman, a 5:30 start time there in Jow. You can catch all those games on the respective channels there on HobbsAmerica.com for each of those schools, or go to the sports pages on YouTube. Of course, a lot of those different games will be on some of our Facebook pages for the different radio stations in the No Mark Broadcasting family. And we are dedicated to make sure all the teams are represented on the internet feeds and or the radio throughout the district tournament. So definitely some great action. We will have the continuation of this district tournament, which actually starts tomorrow. This is just the pre-playoff game, as there will be the Hobbs Eagles in action either Thursday and or Saturday. We'll have both of those games for you. The Hobbs Lady Eagles will wait until Saturday for their district championship of the tournament. They're already the regular season champs, and that means they will already have a berth in the state tournament. And, of course, you already knew that, the way they play year after year. Hobbs boys now with the basketball to start the third quarter. They lead by 9. Into Story on the left wing. Gets it back up top to Pena. Down to Turbiatis, free throw line. Fade away from the right elbow. He got tripped. Fell backwards. Ball sailed left of the rim, but the foul call will put Turbiatis on the line. They call that one on Jalen Cloud, his first, and the first team foul. Turbiatis so far on the charity stripe, 2 for 3 for 66%. Hobbs 6 of 7 as a team for 85%. First shot is off the right rim, no good. 18 points for Turbiatis so far, trying to make it 19 on this second free throw. Both teams are knotted up at 16 rebounds at the end of the half of play. And Eagles with 6 turnovers and Roswell with 7. Second shot for Turbiatis, hard off the back of the rim. He missed both of them. Pulled down in the left block for Roswell by Palomino, his 7th board. Pounces it left, gets it back from Carrasco, sends it down the right corner to Sombrano. Fadeaway 3 on the right side, hard off the back of the rim. Tipped around in the paint. Bunch of guys on top of it. Picking it up is Palomino, his 8th rebound. Sends it to the right corner, and Carrasco nails a 3 from the deep right corner. His second tray of the game. He's got 8 points. That's 4 3-pointers for Roswell. Eagles by 6, though, here in the third. In the front court, Beatty on the right wing, double team, hippity hop. Tries to scoop it from the free throw line, trying to pick up a foul. Knocked away by Sombrano, turnover number 7. Coming down the lane, a pass, and we got a deflection. Looks like they might have had a foul, too. I'm not sure if this is a shot or a pass down the paint. Wait to see what we got here. They do call the foul on the Eagles on the push. They call that against Pena. That's Pena's first personal. First team foul. They call that a shooting foul for Carrasco, who got the pass down the lane. So he'll get 2 here. Roswell 8 of 12 at the half for 66%. He's had 2 trays in the game, including one in this third quarter. And we had a problem with this in the Roswell home game, letting players fake shooting before they let loose the ball, putting the one hand out there and extending it, and they're letting Carrasco do that again, and then he makes the free throw. So Carrasco now with 9 points. In the series against the Eagles, he is 1 for 3 prior to this game, 33%, but right now 1 for 1. Getting ready for the second shot. Trying to get himself into double-digit scoring and misses off the back of the rim. Pulled down underneath by Henderson. That's his 5th rebound. Sends it ahead to Beatty on the far left. Stop and go dribble left wing. Puts on the brakes. Kicks back deep to Soria. Crossover move as he takes on Sombrano. Back to Beatty on the left wing. Dumps it left elbow to Pena. Double team, triple team. Pivoting. Fires up a shot for the left. And then it Dribbles around the rim and falls in. Boy, the touch got it through that time for Pena. He's got 7 on a triple team from the left elbow. 40-33. Shake and bake, crossover there for Cloud on the right wing. Gets it back deep to Sombrano right behind him on the right side near the half-court line. Getting a screen from Carrasco. Up top, stop and go. Spins at the free throw line. Up top to Carrasco for another tray attempt. This one clinks off the bottom of the left backboard. Pulled down by Beatty, just waiting for it. His 3rd rebound. Bad pass, a bouncer to half-court. Stolen by Cloud. Takes it to the rack with a scoop shot right side and scores. He's got 14 points, the 8th Eagle turnover. Beatty in the front court, up by 5, 40-35. As he passes over to Beatty on the right wing, Coach Ross steps out of the court and calls a timeout. 6:18 left here in the 3rd. Hobbs up 40-35. They've been outscored 6-2 here in this 3rd quarter, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network. Got ourselves a close ball game here in Carlsbad, the neutral site. Pre-playoff game, Hobbs and Roswell going at it. Eagles up 40-35. They were up by 9 at the half. That lead has been whittled down to 5 right now. After a Hobbs-Eagle timeout, they will have the ball in the front court. And, of course, other Roswell or other Lee County games going on. We'll keep you updated. Right now, Tatum leads Texaco 20-15 in girls hoops, a pre-playoff game in their district. So Tatum by 5, thanks to Ron Gunner giving that score update. Bad pass for Soria down the left block, stolen away by Carrasco. Turnover number 9 for the Eagles. Sent ahead down to the right baseline, and we got a big crash and burn underneath. They stopped the action, and I'm not sure what the call's going to be, but bodies were flailing at each other on the baseline, and looks like they called the foul. Wait to see who this is against. Looks like the Eagles banging in underneath. They called the foul out of control by Jairus Turbiatis. Ball was loose, but running into some people underneath the hoop that time. Second foul on the Eagles, first on Turbiatis. 6:02 left, 3rd quarter, and the Eagles up 40-35. And referees are trying to get everybody situated here. Inbound from the right baseline comes into Carrasco left wing. Keeps it the same side to Cloud. Kicks it down left corner, going base off the dribble. Sombrano gets away from the defense in front of the Roswell bench. Back to the time stripe. Double team from Pena and Beatty. Sails it down to Carrasco left corner. Cross court right to Palomino. A spin move in the lane. Throws it up over the front of the rim. They call the foul. He got sandwiched between Turbiatis and Hernandez, who had just checked in. They get the foul. So the bucket is good for Palomino, his 4th point. They call the foul on Hernandez, his 2nd foul, 3rd team foul against the Eagles. And that puts Palomino on the line for the first time tonight against Hobbs this season on the charity stripe. He is 27 of 31. And he makes the free throw there. 31 free throw attempts this season against the Eagles. He's got 5 points after the throw. Almost a bad pass deflected off of Clay. He picks it up on the far left sideline of the front court. Saves it for the Eagles to himself. Back to the timeline, guarded closely by Cloud. Sends it down to Hernandez, right corner. Drives baseline, puts on the brakes against a double team. Back to Clay on the right wing, and he shuffles his feet in front of Coach Ross on the Hobbs Eagle bench. Eagles offense completely out of sync now. Travel call, 10th turnover for Hobbs. They've had 5 here in this 3rd quarter. 40-38, just a 2-point lead here in the 3rd with 5:27 remaining. Slowing it down as Cloud after the inbound takes on Clay on the near left front court. Rams into Clay. Clay tried to put a chest up on him and kind of bumped into him. Another foul call, so now we're starting to see a mount as Clay has just picked up his 2nd personal, 14th foul, 1 away from the double bonus. Of course, the last time these two teams played in Roswell, Coyotes shot 34 of 42 for the charity stripe for big-time point production, and the win by 10. 40-38, pass to the right wing. Palomino, he's going to slow it down a little bit, wants to see some rotation, guarded by Pena, dribbles up top, kick it left to Cloud, outside the circle against Clay. Backs it out to the Roswell bench, left side, down the left corner for Saraceno, and nails a tray. First lead of the ball game for Roswell, that's their 5th tray. They lead by 1. 41-40, make it Roswell. They have Carlsbad on the scoring board here. Beatty with the basketball at the time stripe, stop and go against Sombrano the right wing, 1-2 and up, a little Swish move there. He tries to scoop it and gets the extension off his fingers and throws it over the rim and good. Boy, that was kind of a crazy shot. But 11 points now for Braddock Beatty off the deflection off the rim. 42-41. Driving down the lane, a runner shot. Sombrano right side, bouncing off the back of the rim. Ball saved at the baseline. Good job for Hernandez right to Clay as Clay has his first rebound. Sends it ahead to a breaking Beatty. Lays it up on the right side for two. Braddock Beatty with 13, and Roswell fans want a interference on that one by the Eagles. Not going to get it. 44-41 Hobbs. 4:09 left third. Ball's in the hands of Sombrano in the front court. Left wing in from the Roswell bench. Spin move against Beatty. Crossover. Kick up top to Cloud. Back two. Sombrano for three off the back of the rim. Ball knocked around. Pena coming back for it on the left wing, and he's going to go on transition. That's his fifth rebound. Goes to the lane on the reverse right side. Gets swatted in the paint by Carrasco and sends it to the baseline. It will be Hobbs basketball after the block shot. Coach Ross going to go to his bench and bring in Soria for Beatty. Pena will inbound on the right baseline, leading by three, 44-41 Hobbs. Inbound into Turbiates, turns and fires right above the front of the rim and puts it through. Roswell defense standing flat-footed on that one. Turbiates with 20, 46-41 Eagles. Into the front court, Carrasco down the left corner to Saraceno. Sends it back left side to Palomino. Up top to Cloud, guarded closely by Soria. He sticks right with him, driving down the left side of the lane, leading into Soria. They call the reach as Soria has just picked up his third foul. That is the 15th foul, two to boot, and that'll give a double bonus for Roswell. Cloud's back on the charity stripe, went 6 of 9 through 2 quarters of the first half, has yet to shoot a free throw in the second, but he'll get 2 here. And for the rest of this third quarter, double bonus for Roswell, who trail by 5. Cloud currently with 14 points. First shot is up, and it is good. He's got 13, make it 15 now. Bunch of subs coming in, Beatty and Henderson for the Eagles. And for the Roswell Coyotes, they'll bring back Isaac Gonzalez and Josh Martinez. One more shot for Jalen Cloud. He's had about 3 baskets, and the rest have been free throws. Shot is up, and it's good. Got them both. 16 now for Cloud. It's 46-43, Hobbs still by 3. Inbound to Pena, left corner, backcourt, double team, throws ahead to Beatty. Up ahead to Turbiates on the far left. 1-on-2, alley-oop back door to Henderson with a double head dunk on the right side of the rim. 6 points for Henderson. 48-43 and a long pass to the other end. Ricochets off a Roswell player and sails out to the right baseline out of bounds. That'll be the Coyotes' 8th turnover of the ball game, and Hobbs by 5. Coach Barola out on the court arguing that one official called it, didn't get any help, but he saw where it went out. Eagle basketball, Pena now. 1-on-2, dribbles behind his back, and they call a travel on a dribble behind his back. The official said he caught it on his hip, and there is no way that got caught on his hip. We're right behind the play right now, and looked like a beautiful dribble to me. That'll be the 11th turnover for the Eagles. 48-43. Passing to the right corner to Saraceno for Roswell. Bouncing up top to Gonzalez. Slings it down to the right corner to Martinez. Return it up to Gonzalez, top of the circle. Uses up his dribble. Beatty comes and gets it. Gives it off left wing to Cloud. Drives the left elbow. Turns and shoots with a scoop off the left glass. No good. Rebound for the Eagles by Henderson, his 6th board. Outlet to the far left to Josiah Clay. Now in the front court. 2:45 left third. Against a 2-3 zone. Allows to Beatty on the left wing. He dribbles to the left elbow, fires it back door to Henderson. Another reverse layup underneath the hoop with a scoop on the right side. Boy, Henderson's starting to get lit up now. He's got 8 points. It's 50-43. Eagles by 7. The pass down to the right corner to Saraceno. Over the top of the arc to Palomino. Down to the left baseline. Turn and fire from the left block. Saraceno knocked to the floor. Ball sails over the rim on the right side, but they have a body foul on Henderson. He kept his hand straight up in the air. That's not going to fool the official, though, as he calls it. And that will be for Henderson, his 2nd personal. And the 16 foul, so the double bonus continues. That was a shooting foul regardless. That'll put Rylan Saraceno on the line. His only points have been a tray here in the 3rd quarter. First free throw up and good. Now he's got 4 points. Saraceno in the 2-game series prior to this, 8 of 10 for 80%. Averaging 18 a ball game, and only tonight 4 on a neutral court here in Carlsbad. 50-44 after the first made. The second is good as well. He's got 5 all in this 3rd quarter. Coach Barola going to go back to the bench and bring in Jeremy Sombrano. and also his son, Trey Barola. 5-point Eagle lead with 2:18 remaining third. Winner will go to the district tournament championship on Saturday. Pena underhands it over to Clay on the right wing. Dribbles around the circle, giving off to Beatty at the timeline. Flick it back to Pena, top of the arc. Screen from Turbiatis, slides through two defenders, lost the ball on the left baseline. Ball got pushed out of bounds, and they're going to say off of Pena, who tried to dribble ahead of him, then fell sideways to the left, and just lost control of the basketball. Probably doing a little bit too much that time. That's the 12th turnover. 50-45, 2 minutes left third. Into the front court. Comes Gonzalez. Bounce pass, free throw line to Martinez. Dribbles to the middle of the paint. Kick it back to the left wing to Gonzalez. One-hand pass up top, stolen by Pena. Turner number 9. Pena comes down the lane, gets ripped from behind, trying to windmill layup, and ripping his bicep off from behind was the defender, Isaac Gonzalez. So he'll get 2 free throws out of that one. Not quite a breakaway layup where they would call an intentional foul there, but could have been an argument for that as he got his arm ripped from behind. Defender was nowhere near the front of the dribbler there and going to the hoop. Pena, first free throw, bouncing around and good. So that foul was called on Gonzalez, his first, second team foul on Roswell. Pena now with 8 points. He's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. We mentioned coming into the season the best free throw shooter on the team and came in with the 83% shooting percentage. Second shot good for Pena. He's got 9. 4 for 4 on the line. 52-45, Eagles by 7. 1:45 remaining here in the third. Into the front court on the right wing is Sombrano, sliding up top of the dribble, gets a 2-3 zone. Over to the left wing to Palomino in front of the Roswell bench. Gets the screen. Sends it back right side to Sombrano. Down to the right corner to Barola. The big kid pivoting. Dribbling up to the top of the arc. Flick it right to Sombrano. Over to the left wing to Gonzalez. Bounce it down low to the left block to Carrasco. Pivoting. Trying to pass out and gets it over to the right wing to Barola's 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Pena sky high for the rebound off the left block. That's Pena's 6th rebound. Does it up ahead to Beatty. Right block. Back door to Turbiatis. Counted off the glass with 2 hands. Turbiatis with 22. 54-45, Eagles by 9. A 3 at the other end, left wing, no good by Gonzalez. Pena on the baseline gets double teamed. Outlet to the near side to Beatty. That is Pena's 7th rebound. Up ahead to Clay. A clutch shot with a 1-2 and up over the front of the rim, counted for Clay. Eagles on fire now. The first bucket for Josiah Clay. He took it to the rack with gusto. 56-45, the Eagles by 11. Biggest lead of the ball game. Top of the arc, shot for Carrasco for 3 off the back of the rim. Ball tipped around, pulled down by Henderson, get his bicep ripped off. So the rebound and then the foul by Trey Barola, his first personal. That is going to be Henderson's 7th rebound, and that foul on Barola, that'll be just the 3rd against Roswell. Eagle basketball up by 11, their biggest lead of the contest. And now Roswell's going to back up a little bit, a 1-1-3 trap in the front court for the Hobbs Eagle offense they have to deal with. Beatty will bring it across to the left, gives it off to Clay. Down to 30 seconds in the third. Spin move. Comes down the left elbow. Back door to Turbiatis. Wide open for a shot put layup on the left side. Nobody guard him. 24 for Turbiatis. Nice penetration for Clay. Into the front court with a 13-point lead. Pass to the left corner. Barola's 3 rejected. Clay will pull it down on the rebound. Nice block for Henderson. Clay with his 2nd board. He'll dribble up across with 8 seconds. To the right wing. Slings a pass in the lane, but right in the hands of Roswell to Sombrano. Turner number 13. He throws it ahead. Too long of a throw to Gonzalez, who cannot save it at the baseline at the other end. There's a turnover for Roswell, number 10. Trying to catch my breath here in Carlsbad as the Hobbs Eagles lead 13, 58-45. With 1.6 left in the third, they go a 3-quarter court pass to Henderson off his chest. That will run out the clock here in Carlsbad. So the Hobbs Eagles up 58-45. They outscored Roswell 20-16 in that third quarter. We will take a 60-second break and come back live on the Hobbs Eagle Network. We head to the fourth quarter here in Carlsbad. Your Hobbs Eagles lead by 13, their biggest lead of the game over Roswell, 58-45. The winner goes to the district tournament championship on Saturday. Ty Friend here with you. Allison Friend on camera and Jessica Friend on scoreboard. Manuel back at the station. It's Roswell basketball to start the fourth, down by 13. Jalen Cloud in the front corner, the right wing. Cross court left, pass to Saraceno. Jab step against Clay. Gives it left corner to Carrasco. Fakes a three, drives left baseline. Slings it back up top to Cloud. To the left corner, ricocheted off the hands of Pena. And it rolls out to the left baseline out of bounds. Good job of jumping in the air and whipping at that ball by Pena. But it will be Roswell basketball on the right baseline underneath their hoop, trailing by 13. Eagles leading scorer so far, 24 for Turbiatis, 13 for Beatty, 9 for Pena, 8 for Henderson. Clay gets a kick on the basketball on the inbound, kind of smiling after the whistle there. It'll go back to Roswell. Leading scorers for Roswell, Jalen Cloud was 16, 9 for Carrasco, 5 apiece for Palomino, Martinez, and Saraceno. Eagles with 13 turnovers, 10 for Roswell. Inbound to Cloud in the left wing, back deep to the timeline to Saraceno. Underhands it to the right wing to Palomino. Crossover move, taken on Beatty. Hippity hop, turns and shoots to the right block, and coming over to help is Henderson and tried to slap down on top of it. Wasn't straight up. Coach Ross even noticed it. Javris Turbiatis even went to Henderson and said, you got to be straight up first, not after the fact. And they get the foul on Henderson, his third. That will be the first team foul in the fourth quarter, and that will put Palomino on the line. He is 1 of 1, 5 points. So he'll get 2 shots here. First one is up and bouncing around the rim and good. Got to remember, too, Palomino had a total of 31 points against the Eagles in that second game in Roswell, where he went 20 of 21 from the charity stripe. All right, tonight he has only got 6 points, 2 for 2 on the line with 8 rebounds, though. Second shot is good as well, so well below that 31 a few weeks back. 58-47, 11-point Eagle lead. Inbound to Payne in the paint in the backcourt, gives it back to Beatty on the timeline, or make it the baseline, drives across to the far left sideline, ahead to Turbiatis left corner, up top to Pena, drives the lane, got stripped at the last second, ball sails to the left baseline, picked up by Turbiatis. Uses up his dribble, hard pass high in the air, back to Beatty, jumps in the air for it from his football days a few months ago. Over to Clay on the right wing, dribbling through his legs against the 2-3 zone, spots up an NBA 3 air ball, loose in the paint, picked up at the free throw line by Palomino. He's got 9 boards. Up ahead to a breaking Saraceno, goes back door to Cloud, double clutch off the right glass and scores in the foul. He's got 18. Chance for a 3-point play. They call Beatty from behind, his third personal, second team foul. And now 58-49, back to a single-digit lead for the Eagles, and Cloud on the line. He is 7 of 11 from the charity stripe and has 18 points. Trying to get the lead down to just 8 for the Eagles on this first free throw off the back of the rim. No good. Ripped down by Turbiatis underneath his 5th board after 24 points. Outlet to the near sideline to Pena before he brings it across the timeline. Coach Ross wants a timeout to talk some offensive strategy. 6:55 remaining, fourth quarter. Which of these two teams will make it to the district tournament championship with a go quickly pass? Hobbs up 58-49 over Roswell, back in 30. $58-49 here in Carlsbad, the neutral site here, the pre-playoff game. As we start the district tournament tomorrow, it'll be Carlsbad hosting Clovis here at Carlsbad. Winner of that game will play in the semifinals Thursday, either against these Hobbs Eagles, who are up by 9, or Roswell. And then whether team wins tonight will be waiting for the championship game at home on Saturday. Lots of other Lee County games to mention, too, going on tonight. That includes, we mentioned, Tatum and Texaco are battling hard into the third quarter. The Tatum Lady Coyotes tied with Texaco in the top of the district lead, but Tonight they lead by 19 points at the end of the third. The winner will be the #1 seed at their tournament. Thanks to Ron Gunner on that. We'll get you more Lee County games here in just a minute. Eagle basketball, Surrey in the front court. Unloads it to Pena on the right wing. Driving hard to the baseline. Fadeaway, 15-footer got knocked out of his hands by Palomino. Returned by Pena to himself. Ball's loose on the near sideline. Gets knocked out. And Coach Ross yelling at the official, screaming that he thought Cloud ripped the arm of Soria, who was trying to save it. It's going to go out of bounds. It will be Hobbs basketball. Coach Ross is getting calmed down a little bit here, but referee tells him you're going to get close to a tee, and Ross is going to back down to the right corner away from the play. Up top to Pena. Alley-oop backdoor to Henderson with the dunk on the right side with two hands. His second of the ball game. 10 points for Parker Henderson. Eagles by 11. Into the front court, pass down to the left corner, behind Saraceno, has to save it up top, but stolen by Pena, turnover number 11. Pena top of the arc, stutter step, shot from the left elbow, gets ripped from behind, and they get the foul on Roswell. Nice head fake for Pena to get that defender up in the air. They get the foul. Pena really couldn't extend as he got his arm ripped from behind. They get the foul, charged to Rylan Saraceno, his second. That'll be the first team foul against the Coyotes here in the fourth quarter. That'll put Pena on the line. He's perfect 4 for 4 and swishes the free throw now with 10 points. Made it to double digits. 24 for Turbiatis, 13 for Beatty, and 10 for Pena. Of course, Pena came into this contest after 2 games against Roswell, shooting 4 for 4 from the stripe. And he's already surpassed that in just this one game, 5 for 5. And now, he misses out the front of the rim. I should shut my mouth. Rebound underneath by Palomino. That's his 10th board. He's got 7 points, getting close to a double-double. Pass up top to Cloud in the front court. Over to the left wing to Saraceno. Sails it to the free throw line to Zambrano. Kick out to Cloud on the right wing. Misses a 3. Put back up on the left block. And getting fouled going up, Jacob Palomino after his 11th rebound. They're not blocking him out. And Henderson waiting late to swat and gets the foul. 2 shots coming for Palomino. Ball didn't come into the rim or anything, but that will be for Henderson, his 4th personal. One more and he's out of the ball game. Hobbs by 12. Palomino is perfect, 3 for 3 from the line with 7 points. Nowhere near that game he had in Roswell, where he dumped in 21 free throws. First shot's up and good. Starting them out, though, here with 3 throws here in the fourth quarter. And returning for the Eagles, Javen Hernandez checking in for Henderson, who's got those 4 personals. 61-50, 11-point lead, pinning. One more free throw for the Coyotes and Palomino. Takes his 3 dribbles, shot is up, and it is good, a swish. 9 points. 5 of those 9 are free throws for Palomino. 61-51. He's 1 point away from the double-double. Pass to Surrey on the far left side. Double team, throws it across to Turbiatis. Left baseline, drives to the runner, tries to shot, put it over the rim as he gets knocked underneath the bucket that time, or actually the backboard. They call the push foul out of bounds, and he'll get a chance for 2 free throws. Ball sailed off, but that'll be the 3rd foul on Rylan Saraceno, 2nd on the Coyotes, and Turbiatis on the line. He is 2 for 5 in the ball game on the charity stripe, 0 for 2 here in the second half. Had 6 points in the third quarter, and this one bounced around the rim and good. He's got 25. Eagles are now 9 of 12 for 75% from the charity stripe and lead by 11. One more shot for Turbiatis. Big game for him tonight. Second shot ricocheted in and out, no good. Rebound underneath by, guess who, Palomino. He's got 12 boards. Pass ahead to the left wing. Saraceno drives baseline left. A runner shot with his left hand and scores from the block. Saraceno now with 7 points. His first points of the fourth quarter. It's 62-53. Beatty drives through traffic, weaving through into the front court. Tries to hand it off in the lane. It's loose, knocked out. Diving on the floor for it. Bunches of players. Soria tried to dive for it. They say it's knocked out by Cloud in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench on the near right sideline. Bodies were flailing on the hardwood. Black and gold and black and white. Eagles basketball right in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench, right side front court. Eagles by 9 with 5:34 remaining. Inbound to Payne at the time stripe, picked up by Cloud. He's going to take a dribble to the right wing. Behind his back, double team against him along with Zambrano. Gives it off to Turbiatis, hands it back to Pena, right side. Drives the lane, little windmill layup and a scoop and score. Defender Carrasco tried to get a charge, but Pena went right around him. He's got 12. 64-53, Eagles by 11. They're going to post up left block to Palomino. Stripped by Turbiatis along with Hernandez. Ball gets knocked out on the right baseline. It'll be Roswell basketball. Eagles by 11. Their biggest lead has been 13 here in the second half. They go back to Cloud on the left wing and for the Roswell bench. He pivots, kicks it down to the left corner. Zambrano back to Cloud. He'll back it out with one dribble, kick it to left elbow to Palomino, down to the right corner to Saraceno. Three is away and good. Saraceno hit his second tray of the ball game. He's got 10 points, the sixth tray for Roswell. 64-56, Eagles by 8. In the front corner, pass to Beatty on the left wing. Back it into his defender, that's Saraceno. Back to the top of the arc to Pena. Bounce pass to Henderson, or Hernandez, who had to save it to himself. Gives it up top to Pena. Pena with the jab step, guarded closely by Zambrano. Over to Soria on the near right side in front of Coach Ross. Back to Pena at the time stripe. Dribbles through two defenders, shot for the right elbow off the side of the rim, no good. Hernandez chases it down on the right baseline. Dribbles to the right corner, picks up a double team. Cross court left to Beatty for a three off the side of the rim. Turbiantes puts it back up on the left glass and scores through two defenders that time. He's got 27 and 6 rebounds. 66-56, a critical board for Turbiantes. At the other end, the left corner, three is up and good right to the net for Zambrano. He's got 2 trays for 6 points. That's the 7th converted by Roswell, and a timeout on the court. 4:03 remaining in the fourth. Hobbs 66, Roswell 59. Back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network. Back in Carlsbad, the pre-playoff game, Hobbs and Roswell. Your Eagles up 66-59 at the end of 3. Hobbs was up 58-45. They've had a 13-point lead through much of the second half, but it's whittled down to a single digit now. As Hobbs able to pick up 8 points here in the fourth quarter, and a total of 14 for Roswell. 4 minutes remaining, 4:03 inbound to Beatty on the baseline of the backcourt. Gives it out far left to Pena, sends it down the sideline, front court to Turbiantes on the left wing. Dribbles through traffic, kick it up top to Soria. Bounce pass right corner to Beatty, fakes a three, drives to 15, a jumper on the way and good! Talk about follow through by Braddock Beatty. He's got 15, one of his best games of the year. 68-59 in the front court, top of the arc, Zambrano dumps it in the paint to Palomino, gets bumped into. A couple defenders crash him for the Eagles. Might be Hernandez, might be Turbiantes. Wait and see who it's against. That will be the 14th foul, though. One away from the double bonus for Roswell. They do charge that one to Javen Hernandez, his third. Left baseline inbound for Roswell. Get it into Cloud right wing. Turbiantes steps out on him. Now Pena picks him up, sails it back to the timeline to Zambrano. Back to Cloud on the right wing, wants a clear out. Kicks it back to the timeline again to Saraceno. To the free throw line to Palomino, back up top, a three on the way. Knocked to the floor is Saraceno. They're going to say Pena got a hip on him. He fell to the floor, looked like a flop, but they called the foul. Coach Ross not happy about it. Pena putting his hands up in the air like, what do you call that on me for? That was a ghost flop there. They do call the foul on Pena, top of the circle. Second on him, 15th foul, which is worse because it's a double bonus, and 3 shots for Saraceno. He's hit 2 trays in this game, 2 for 2 on the line. That was all the 2 free throws in the first half. First shot's up and good. 11 points now for Saraceno. They now have 3 players in double figures. The Eagles have 4 players in double figures. Beatty, Henderson, Pena, and Turbiantes not in the necessary order there in top points scored. First free throw up and good, or make it second free throw up and good. He'll get one more, 2 for 2 on the line and 4 for 4 overall. Third shot is good as well. 13 now for Ryland Saraceno. Eagles by 6. Long pass down to Pena front court, gets bumped into, double team, dribbles through the pressure, pass to the right wing to Soria. Crossover move to his left hand, back deep to Beatty at the time stripe with 3:15 remaining. Eagles up 68-62. Stop and go dribble. Putting on the brakes against Cloud. 1 versus 1 here on the numbers. Lost the ball on the far left sideline. A jump ball. The arrow's going to go to the Eagles. Hobbs got to get some help on those perimeters there because they were starting to crash in. And I think Mr. Cloud took a shot where he doesn't want to take a shot. I won't go into more details. He is limping away from the pile there. And pretty heavy stepping after that one. 3:08 left in the fourth. Hobbs basketball, far left sideline of the front court. It will be Clay who just checked in to be the inbounder. Turbiantes stays in. Henderson, Pena, and Beatty. Get it into Beatty, left corner, fakes a three, gets his defender in the air, drives him into the lane, dump it back door to Henderson, reverse layup, left to right, do it above his head and scores. Henderson with 12. It's 70-62 Eagles. 2:55 remaining, up by 8. Into the front court with a stop dribble. Sombrano right wing. Up top to Saraceno. Shot from the free throw line off the back of the rim. Hits twice. Rebound by Beatty in transition. His fourth board. Into the front court. Far left sideline to the baseline. Underneath the hoop. Sling it out to Pena. Wide open right wing for 3. Off the side of the rim. Turbiatis tips it up and in on the left block and scores. Turbiatis now with 29 points and 7 rebounds. Monster game for Jay Iris. 72-62. Hippity hop move down the lane for Palomino. Kicks out left and a 3 on the way and good for Saraceno. He's got 16 and 3 trays. 8 trays for Roswell, who now trails by 7. Pass to Beatty, front court baseline. Back door to Henderson, but gets it stripped away. Taken by Sombrano. Turner number 14. Throws it ahead to the left block to Saraceno. He runs over Pena, completely swallows him up and reports him to the ground and the charge. Coach Barrero out on the court. There is no way you can argue that one. Complete smithereens on that run right into Pena. Beautiful job of setting up. They call that foul against Saraceno, his 4th. That'll be the 3rd team foul and the 12th turnover. Eagles by 7 with 2:07 remaining. The inbound to Clay at the timeline. One hands it to Turbiatis, right wing front court. Back to Pena in front of the Hobbs bench. To Turbiatis on the right wing. Back deep to Clay near the timeline. He'll dribble left. Comes back to the middle of the court, waiting for some help. Gets his handoff to Pena, gets bumped. No call as Zambrano rammed into him. To Clay on the right wing. They're going to say he took a stutter step before taking it to the rack. They call the travel in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench. Turnover number 15, and that's going to bring back a sub now for Coach Ross, and Lyric Soria, the sophomore, will check in for Clay. 72-65, Eagles by 7, 1:48 remaining. Of course, Roswell has a deadly 3-point shot. Got to be careful about that. Into the front court. Comes Cloud. Gives it off to the right side of the circle to Sombrano. Back deep to Cloud. To the middle of the paint to Carrasco. Double team. Returns to Cloud left wing. Driving to the left baseline. Sings it to the free throw line. Deflected. Picked up by Saraceno on the right wing. Cross court left to Zambrano. No look pass left corner for Cloud. His 3's an air ball. Turbiatis rips it down on the left block. His 8th rebound. He's looking for a double-double here. Gives it off to Soria, gets it back to Turbiatis, throws it across the timeline to Pena with 1:15 remaining. Stop and go. Double team on the right wing. Back to Soria, hands it back to Pena on the near sideline. Clock down to 1:08. Eagles by 7. Guarded closely by Palomino. Dish it to Soria, right corner. He's going to spot up a 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Chased down on the far right sideline by Saraceno, his 3rd rebound. Throws it across the timeline to Carrasco. Dump it down left corner, Sombrano, 3 is good. Sombrano has 3 trays in the game, all 3 of his shots from the outside for 9 points. That is the 9th three-pointer for Roswell. The Eagles lead by 4. Timeout on the court. 50 seconds, 5-0 remaining in the 4th. 72-68 Hobbs coming back in 60 seconds live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. Welcome back to Carlsbad, the neutral site for this pre-playoff game. Exciting contest. Your Hobbs Eagles lead 72-68, kind of a rubber match. Hobbs won the first game at Task Arena by 18, lost game 2 in Roswell by 10, and this is the 3rd game of the series. Of course, I think these 2 teams are going to face each other in the district tournament championship. Other game finals tonight from Lee County squads. The Tatum Lady Coyotes knock off Texaco for a pre-playoff game, 52-28. They will play the winner of Hagerman-Jowl on Thursday. Also, Eunice defeated Tatum in boys action, 64-51, round 1. Inbound to the right corner, Soria gets tumbled up into the Roswell bench on the near sideline, and they say he was stepping on the line, so there will be a turnover in Roswell's front court now. That'll be the Eagles' 16th turnover, coming right after a timeout. Roswell basketball trailing by 4. Inbounding on the near side, getting it into Sombrano, back deep to Clow with 45. Eagles by 4. Unloads to Sombrano left wing. Dump it to the free throw line to Palomino. Over to Cloud on the right wing, guarded by Turbiantes. Dribbles up top, sends it left wing to Sombrano from the Roswell bench. Dribbles behind his back to the free throw line. To Cloud, top of the circle, rejected on a 3 by Henderson. Beautiful block. Rebound for Pena. Goes to the rack and lays it in for 2 on the right side. What a devastating block by Henderson as Pena gets the bucket for 14. At the other end, a 3 on the way on the left wing by Sombrano, no good. Turbiantes with the bicep rips it down, his 9th rebound. He's one away from a double-double. Pass out to the far left to Pena, and we got a foul, a reach by Roswell. What a beautiful block on the three-point shot, top of the arc by Henderson. He had 4 fouls and took a risk and made it pay off. They call the foul and a 5th foul on Saraceno. He will finish the ball game. He had a good 4th quarter. He had 11 in the 4th, 16th overall to finish the game. Also 3 rebounds. 74-68, Eagles by 6. They want to be in that championship of the district tournament Saturday with no more games until the end of the weekend. Inbound to Pena up the far left, gets through traffic, beats Carrasco, alley-oop backdoor, and Henderson with his 3rd dunk of the ball game on the right side of the rim with 2 hands. He's got 14-6 in this 4th quarter. A 3-shot at the buzzer at the top of the arc, off the rim for Gonzalez. Your Hobbs Eagles victorious, 76-68, the victory for your Eagles over Roswell, which means 2 games to 1. Hobbs in the district tournament championship Saturday. Roswell will wait the winner Thursday, either against Carlsbad, who hosts Clovis tomorrow here in Carlsbad. Again, the final, 76-68, 3 dunks for Henderson, a blocked 3-point shot against Roswell, and a Pena layup puts the game away. We'll be back in 3 minutes live on the Hobbs Eagle postgame show on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and of course, the Cool 95.7 Facebook page. Welcome back to the Hobbs Eagle postgame show here in Carlsbad tonight. The neutral side is your Hobbs Eagles win the pre-playoff game over Roswell, 76-68. Eagles run the record at 23-4 on the season, and Roswell drops to 21-6. With the win, the Eagles will be the regular season champs. Will have an automatic berth at the state tournament, which would probably would have happened anyway. And also will host the district tournament championship on Saturday. Now that means any team that might win from the district, the tournament, but besides the Eagles, would not be able to be any higher seeded than the Eagles. So that gives them a little bit of a cushion there. But lots of good things coming from this win tonight. Of course, the Eagles were actually outscored in the fourth quarter, 23-18. But Hobbs managing to get those 18 points in the fourth, added to the 20 they got in the third quarter for the 38 points of the second half to coast to that 8-point victory. Let's first look at the Roswell point production so far as we go into this post-game show. Jalen Cloud with 18 points. He was the leading scorer of the game. He went 7 of 12 from the charity stripe. One other guy in double figures, that was Rylan Saraceno, and he started to stroke some threes in this game. He had 3 trays in the contest, finished with 16, and was perfect from the charity stripe, 5 for 5. Couple of guys getting close to double digits, but 1 point shy each. Zy Carrasco finished with 9 points. He hit 2 trays, 1 for 2 on the line. Jeremy Sombrano hit 3 trays for 9 points, all of his scoring from the 3-point range. And Jacob Palomino was 1 point away from a double-double. He had 9 points, no 3-pointers though. Also 4 for 4, make it 5 for 5 from the line, and had 12 rebounds. So just 1 more point, he would have had a double-double. It was Josh Martinez, 5 points, 1 for 1 on the line, and Laj Cheadle went 2 for 2 on the charity stripe for 2 points and a rebound. 7 scores for the Roswell Coyotes in this one. Their free throws, 21 of 27 for 77%. They had 12 turnovers, 2 more than the Eagles, and hit 9 3-pointers in the game, which was 7 more than what the Hobbs Eagles got. So we're talking 27 points on trays. Eagles with just 6 in that category, yet the Eagles still get the 8-point win. And you got to look at one stat, though, that really resonates with the Hobbs Eagles, and that was rebounding. 32-24 in this game, although for Roswell, again, the double digits for Palomino with 12, 3 apiece for Cloud and Saraceno. And this was a game where these two teams were tied at halftime with 16 rebounds apiece. So the Hobbs Eagles getting 16 in the second half and just 8 for Roswell off the glass in the third and fourth quarters combined. And for your Hobbs Eagles, they had 4 guys in double figures, and that's out of a total of 5 guys scoring. Leading, of course, Jairus Turbiatis, 29 points and 9 rebounds. If I missed a board, he'd have a double-double. We'll have to double-check the official stats on that. 3 for 7, though, from the charity stripe. Just 1 more free throw would have definitely, or 1 more rebound would have helped him that double-double. But good opportunity there in this game to really put himself down, put the team on his shoulders and take care of business. He had 10 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second, 6 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. So 29 points, 9 rebounds for Jairus Turbiatis. Also at double digits, Braddock Beatty hit a big tray in the second quarter. Finished up with 15 points, also 2 for 2 from the line, and had 4 rebounds. Great game for Braddock Beatty. I would say one of his best of the season. Parker Henderson with that big block 3-point shot towards the end of the ball game. Had 3 dunks on the right side of the rim off of alley-oops. He finished with 14 and 7 rebounds. Big performance there for Henderson towards the end of the game as well. Abraham Pena with 14 points. He hit a tray. Also from the charity stripe, was 5 of 6 from the line and had a total of 7 rebounds. So there's your 4 scorers at double figures. Turbiatis 29. 15 for Beatty, 14 apiece for Henderson and Pena, and Josiah Clay hit a bucket for 2. He had 2 rebounds as well, and Lyric Soria pulled down a board for Hobbs, did not score in this game. Eagles free throw shooting, 10 of 15 for 66%, so they had 12 less free throws than Roswell, still able to pick up the victory. We mentioned the rebounding factor, 32-24 in favor of the Eagles, and they were led with those 9 boards from Turbiatis, 7 for Henderson, 7 for Pena, and 4 for Braddock Beatty. Turnovers, 2 less for the Hobbs Eagles with they had 16, or get my numbers mixed up here. 16 turnovers for Hobbs, which is actually 4 more than Roswell, and still get a win despite those numbers. So there's you go with the big-time win for the Eagles, 76-68, 8-point win over the Roswell Coyotes. What's next? Well, the Eagles get to wait till Saturday. They will host the championship game against the Hobbs Lady Eagles, who've already punched their ticket. They were the regular season champs. They have a championship game as well. They don't have to play any games before that. Now, Hobbs boys, we're waiting for, first of all, this Tuesday game tomorrow, and that's going to be featuring Carlsbad hosting Clovis. The winner will play Roswell Thursday in Roswell, and the winner of that game will go to Task Arena on Saturday night for the finale. Of course, the Hobbs Lady Eagles definitely will be a force to be reckoned with on the district for their championship game on Saturday. Kind of a coin toss to see who might make it to that final game. I would kind of put some money on Carlsbad. They played Hobbs pretty tough in that one of that regular season game that they did have, and it was a very close game until second half when Hobbs started to blow that one out. So once again, 76-68, the final here in Carlsbad as your Hobbs Eagles knock off the Roswell High Coyotes, who are ranked 4th in the Max Preps Bowl. Coming up on Saturday, we will get you the schedule for that. We're not quite sure yet, depending on what teams are going to be coming on the travel game there to Task Arena. Possibly be a doubleheader with the girls, who are still waiting on plans for that. They have to wait a couple of games, too, to see who's going to be playing them. So we won't make a confirmed number or time on that yet, but still pretty exciting to have both of our teams in the championships. We'd also like to mention some of those Lee County finals tonight. I'd like to thank Ron Gunner for keeping us up on these. These are finals, of course, the Eunice boys in their first-round district tournament game, beating Tatum by 13, 64-51. And also, it was the Tatum girls pretty much whipping Texaco 52-28. That was in Tatum, and that was a pre-playoff game for the number 1 seed. So a big win there by 24. In terms of the girls' play, they'll have Hagerman playing Jow. And then whoever wins that game will play number 1 Tatum on Thursday. Eunice and Loving will play. They will play their first-round game, and then they'll take on number 2 Texaco in that other contest. So lots more competition coming on with Lee County squads throughout the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There'll be games throughout the rest of the week. Don't forget, we have all the teams covered on the internet at hobbsamerica.com. You just find the team that you're rooting for and want to see. You get on there and click it, and you will get those games for free. A couple games, of course, on the radio as well with the Hobbs boys and girls. So you can get those, too, with various locations. And that's about it here from Carlsbad. Again, 76-68, your Hobbs Eagles in the District Tournament Championship on Saturday. We'd like to thank Allison Friend on camera tonight, Jessica Friend on the scoreboard, and Manuel back at the station. Thanks to Ron Gunner for our score updates. Have a great rest of a Monday night, and go Eagles.